What's good, besties? It's your girl NeonNailz back again with another video. So today we're gonna be doing, I've been getting a whole lot of short sets these days. So if y'all don't like short sets, then I guess you can just cut the video off. But this is what the chicks are liking in this area. So I mean, hey, you like it, I love it. Whatever you paying for, I'ma do it. So today I am going ahead and cleaning the cuticles with my flame ceramic bit. Usually these type of bits come in like the little starter packets or whatever. So I just went ahead and decided to go back to my roots so I could really get in there, because she hasn't been back to me for a while because she's been busy with work and school and doing her growing and all that other kind of stuff, growing, if you know what I'm saying, growing. Yeah. So she hasn't been to me probably about maybe like 6 months, but she hasn't gotten her nails done since then. So it's kind of like she's like a nail virgin all over again. So I'm not always going to show both hands in this particular video because I feel like they would be redundant and repetitive. I'm just going over my prep with y'all, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get into the nails. So right here she has quite a bit of cuticle left that's on the nail plate, so I went ahead and went back to the old school route, like very beginning stages of doing nails, and went back to this bit because I find that this bit like really gets in there and gets in the like all in there, like it removes everything that you could possibly think of that is on the nail plate around the cuticle area. So I'm removing all this dead skin with this bit, and I'm dusting as I go just to make sure that I'm not forgetting anything. If y'all hear some TV in the back, this is me watching this Blueface Chrisean Rock with a Sharp the Pimp interview. This interview is crazy. If y'all keep up with Chrisean Rock and Blueface, I don't watch the show because I feel like she just do way too much for me, and I just can't. Like every time I see her, she crying. It's definitely an emotional imbalance, but I don't feel like Blueface is completely the problem. I feel like they both are the problem. I'm gonna come back to that. Anyways, so I went ahead and primed the nails. Right here, I am priming the nails, and you see my crusty ass gel bottle ink bottle right there with all the stuff that's spewing out of it. Yeah, I'm gonna use that. She's actually a lifter, so I do these extra steps on her because her nails are really short. You know what? I ain't gonna say her nails are really short. Her nail beds are short. So I do take extra precaution with her because I don't want any lifting or anything like that. So I went ahead and primed twice with my primer, and now I'm going in with the gel bottle ink for that rubber base coat. That way the product has something to adhere to. I just do this on the clients that, typically tend to lift, because you will have those clients that no matter what you do, no matter what product you use, they're gonna lift in some sort of way, and they won't always come back immediately or let you know when they're lifting. So to avoid the whole greeny situation, I just take this extra precaution for those that do lift. That's why I decided to go ahead and film this set, because not every client is created equal. And by the way, I don't like these tips, but her nails are short, so I went ahead and used them. As soon as I spray dehydrator on the nails, they do start to crack, but they don't split, they just crack. So thank the Lord that I am going ahead and covering that up. Now, if you are doing a clear set and you know that you have tips that crack, do not use them, because those cracks will shine through like the sunshine in the morning on a Saturday, and you'd have been to work Monday through Friday and you just trying to sleep in. Don't use this. So that's why I showed the two hands on the first couple clips of this video, because I want y'all to see like the actual process and what I do as far as like when I have extreme lifters. Now, if this doesn't work, I do take another extra step and I offer them hard gel. I do polygel, but I don't have none. So it's not on my menu. It's not on my booking site. So once I do get some, I will put that on the site because I do specialize in acrylics, hard gel, Gel-X, as well as polygel and fiberglass. I typically tend to stay away from fiberglass unless there is a repair in their natural nail that I have to repair. That shit is sitting with but me other than that, I do not offer fiberglass because if I forget to put my nails on, baby, it's a wrap because that fiberglass is going in your lungs. But shout out to She Max. I did get a new dust collector, and baby, when I tell you that this dust collector is the absolute truth, it is the absolute truth. It doesn't matter what direction that you have the hand in, it's gonna suck that dust in. Again, that company is She Max, like She-Ra or She Did That. Yeah, that's the company, and they're based in Canada. And I actually happened to see that company on TikTok. And I do, because I was in desperate need of a dust collector, because, you know, a bitch be stealing canned air from work to clean off my desk. And by the time I'm done with some clients, especially those long and extra long clients where I'm filing, it tends to leave a lot of dust, and I be dusty and my desk is dusty, and it's just not really a good aesthetic, so I tend to stay away from it. But sidebar, she did bring me some goodies to use, so we are using her goodies. These stars do glow in the dark. I am using none other than Not Polish Clear with my Not Polish number 12 Kolinsky aluminum handle brush, and I will finish the set off with Not Polish Gloss It. I broke the bottle, or it cracked in some kind of way, so I did put it in a different bottle. So if you don't see the red cap, it is not polished. I just had to empty the contents in a different bottle. That way I'm not, wasting product. So the glitter and the stars she did bring. Everything else was my idea. So she brought all the stuff, and she was just like on some shit like, do what you do. I was just like, all right, bet, say less. So I went to work and got my creative juices flowing, because alongside of doing nails in my salon, I do offer a 420 friendly atmosphere, because I do have a home salon. I turn my green room into a salon because I don't plant. I could probably kill a cactus. So I don't plant anything. So that whole big room, I went ahead and converted that into my nail space. My daughter has a nail space upstairs, which I don't go into. But she always in my stuff. So picture that. Anyway, back to the blue shine and the blue face. Oh, why I say blue shine? Blue face. It might as well be blue shine, because them they are like Bobby and Whitney. Like, they're a toxic couple. They're abusive to each other physically and emotionally and verbally. Like, any type of abuse that is possibly out there, they do it. And I feel like Blueface is kind of over the situation, but she's making him money. So I feel like it has a lot to do with money, because every time you see her, like I said, she crying, and y'all go on this interview with this dude Sharp. So backstory on Sharp: he is a real live pimp, like not for play. He got the ism for real, and all that rah that Chris be doing. He's like, whoa, wait a minute, get your girl together, because she couldn't have been my girl acting like this, because pimps, real pimps, the ones that do it for real, nah, you ain't. Nah, you're not about to do that, because you will get beat down with the beat down. So yeah, it's crazy. Plus this interview is like an hour long, because I seen the clips on TikTok, and I was like, what made him make security take her off the stage like that? Because it's always, anytime with a show, especially a reality TV show, it's always something behind the scenes that we don't see. So we don't really get the full scope of what really happened behind the scenes. We just know like the one-sided part. You know what I mean? It's real. It'd be real one-sided. So it just makes you think like what really happened. So I seen the clips. I seen 2 clips on TikTok, and I was just like, let me find this interview. So I went ahead and started my FBI investigation. You know me, I'm nosy, so I'm gonna find it. If I want to find something, I'm gonna find it. So I was like, yo. And in this particular instance, they were talking about the show, their actual show that's on, what network is that show on? I think it's on, it's not Peacock. It's not VH1. Dang, I just had a brain fart. What is that network? Anyway, y'all know the network. They got Bobby, I Let You Purr. They got all them TV shows, Bad Boy Atlanta, Baddie South, and all that other kind of stuff. And it's not Peacock. It's not Peacock at all. Oh, Zeus Network. That's what it is. I knew I was gonna think of it. Zeus Network. So I'm looking at it, and they're talking about one of the episodes from their show, Crazy in Love, which I refuse to watch because it's just like, ain't y'all tired yet? Y'all not tired of this shit? So in the one scene, I think it was episode 4, where his head was bloody when they started filming. So he goes to tell what happened beforehand to, lead up to that point. And she starts just getting all emotional, and then she starts talking reckless to the host. Because on this particular interview, like their podcast, they have a female and then they have the pimp Sharp. And she just starts talking like real reckless to him. And then it's just like, she was good at first, and then it just turned to like a fit of rage, like a kid. And then when I seen the clip on TikTok, security was taking her out, and she kicked over a giant TV that was backstage. Like, how much money do they have to kick out for shit that she done damaged? I'd be like, come on, bro. Are you be fucking for real? Like, be fucking for real. Like, she literally is like kicking like a huge child. Like, she is like an adult with a child's mind. Like, it's super immature, and it's just like, you got to think, like, was I ever like this before? Was I ever like this? I don't think I was never. I have never been that level of toxic in my life. Never. And just to watch it, like, it's entertaining at first, but then it's just like, come on, man, be fucking for real. Like, why y'all in it? Somebody going to jail if they stay together. And then she like makes these crazy tweets like, oh yeah, wedding in October. Girl, this man is not marrying you at all. Because when they brought up the marriage situation between them of something that she had tweeted on Twitter, he was just like, what? When that happened? I never said that. Like, embarrassing, period. But anyway, that's enough of that. That's my red table talk for the day, because I'm glad that me and my boo do not fight like that. And it's now, I can't front, we did used to fight bad, but first of all, we ain't getting paid for it. Secondly, he and I both are, in armed services, and you cannot go to jail behind no domestic violence, or else they will put you out of the service. Eventually, we did end up getting divorced because there was a lot of, underlying issues between both parties. So we divorced mutually, and then here we are a year later, and we dating. So if you don't understand that, don't ask, because it's a crazy situation. Like we're divorced. I still have his last name, and we are now like officially dating. So I don't know. They always say it's better second time around, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Like I'm still on all his stuff. Like I'm still on his will. Still got a shared bank account of some sort that I don't even use. I don't know, but I do feel like things typically can be better second time around, because there was no infidelity. There was a lot of things that did go wrong, but there was no infidelity or anything like that. It was just issues. And like I always tell y'all, mental health is real, and if you don't take care of it, it will take a toll in your life. So you got to iron that out. And not only that, but you got to love yourself before you love somebody else. So if you don't love yourself, then don't try to go love nobody else, because it's not gonna work. But anyway, that's really the end of my TED Talk. That's for real the end of my TED Talk. So feel free to ask any type of questions that you want to ask about anything that we're doing. And speaking of which, we are almost done with this, and we're going to go ahead to the next step. I am just capping the nails in crystal clear acrylic from Not Polish, and then we're going to spruce these bad boys up. All right, y'all. Now we is down to the wire. I'm using GRUDGE from Not Polished Gel Liner Original Gel Liner Collection. They do have quite a few gel polish collections, but this is the original one with the primary colors. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and outline that in black. I chose black so it would give it a little bit more pop, a little bit more pizzazz, because there's such a contrast. Like you have clear, you have glitter, you have stars that glow in the dark, and then you have this black French. Oh, I felt like this was just like, this was it. This was the one, not the two. This was definitely the one. So yes, and who gonna do me something? So word of advice when you are using the liners that are directly from the bottom, because if you watch any of my other videos, you know that I normally take my CC gel liner brush that has 10 millimeter and 20 millimeter at the other end. But today we were kind of rushing because she had a pop-up shop to go to, which I didn't know about. So this set in total took me an hour and 30 minutes with the French and the application and prep and everything that goes in far and few between filing, all that other kind of stuff. So when you're using this gel liner brush that is straight from the bottle, you want to, when you remove the cap that has the brush attached to it, what you want to do is you want to take it, and this is the trick that I learned. You want to take it and move it in circular motions against the side of the bottle to remove all the excess. Otherwise it's going to drip all over the place, and then you're wasting product. And baby, this ain't the type of product that you want to go ahead and waste. So yeah, take it and move it in a circular motion until it's all the way out the bottle. And then when you go in to get product, either take it from the side or only dip the brush in halfway. Meaning, you see that I had a nice little glob at the end of the brush right there. That way I can have like a smooth application and don't have to dip in the bottle too many times, and I can continue to work. That is the best method, especially when you're using it directly from the bottle, because these gel liners in the bottle typically tend to be a little bit on the watery side. Excuse my flyaways over there in the corner. Yeah, but anyway, it typically has, product on it. And it typically tends to be a lot of product, and it's more on the watery side. So in order to gain control of these gel liners, you want to use as less, liquid as possible, if you can. And also typically with shorter nails, the French that I like to do tends to be a little bit deeper. I don't want to cover up half the nails. I want you to be able to know that it's a French, but I don't want it to be the basis of the nail, especially when you have, something encapsulated in it, if that makes sense. And that's just my method, and I'm still using this triangle in the corner method. So I draw the line, and then I start to bring that at a curvature when I get towards the bottom. That way I have a baseline, and then I use the very tip of the brush to fill in where I want to fill in without filling in too much, if that makes sense. All right, so boom, we are at the end of the video. I'm using TOPCOAT, the glossy TOPCOAT, which I replaced in another bottle, to finish off the look. And ooh, look how pretty that is. That is so pretty. Now with this black, I always am careful when I use black, and I always cure maybe like 2 to 3 times, because if you know, black is sometimes very difficult to cure. One thing I like to do with my UV lamp is I like to line the bottom of it with aluminum foil. That way I can make sure that all the light is penetrating off of the aluminum foil to make sure that all the nails are fully cured. I do still have some people that just cannot get their thumb together, even though there's grooves in there. So we'll have to go over the thumbnail maybe once or twice. I had one client like that whose thumb does never dry on the first go round, but she be on the phone and shit. So, and I allow it because she keep her hands still. But when you deal with people that are business people, sometimes you just gotta let them rock out with their cocks out, stuff like that. But anyway, I appreciate you coming to my video and watching it. I appreciate you listening to my TED Talk and my rant. If you haven't already, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe to this channel. I always post videos. I usually do not try to skip a beat when it comes to these videos, because if I'm doing a bomb ass set, I want y'all to see it, and I want y'all to see how I do it, because I don't want to gatekeep. If I can find a link to those tips to not get from Amazon, I will link them down below. Again, thank you for coming to my channel, and I hope to see you in my next video. The next clip is going to be the final look of the nails, and it is so absolutely gorgeous. The way the light hits off of these nails, it just hit different, y'all. But all right, until my next video, I'm out. I've been all in my phone, I got options, and I don't wanna tell you to drop it, but I don't wanna play your face.